Hello. Sorry it took so bloomin' long to get this out to you. Um, Here is your movement. Here's the back plate, and here's the case. It's pretty much the same clock as yours with a different painted design to it. These clocks are pretty rare and pretty nice. They're a little bit different as far as the movement goes. Here's the movement, and here's the hand shaft right here. This wheel moves your minute hand. So if you like, you can take your movement apart like this is, and I'll help you put it together. And if you can't get it back together right, you can send it to us and we'll put it back together for you. Or maybe you can look in the side here and just make sure that this wheel is turning this wheel. This is the spring barrel, and these teeth turn this wheel, and then these teeth turn this wheel all the way up to the escape wheel, which is here. These wheels on this side are for the chime. I'll get them out of the way. Okay, maybe now you can see it better. That here's where your power comes from. Turns this wheel, which turns this wheel. This spring you can see here is the hand clutch. So here's the hand shaft. This wheel is probably pressed on the other side. Let's go ahead and turn it over now. I think your problem's on the other side. Now, if you say your minute hand is turning but your hour hand is not, problem is probably up in the front here. This is where your minute hand goes, and when your minute hand turns, then the wheels aren't straight in here because the back plate's off. But when the minute hand turns this wheel here, and then this wheel has a pinion under here that turns with teeth on it, and then they turn this wheel here. Now this wheel is what your hour hand is hooked to. And then your snail, which is here, looks sort of like a snail. Right here, this turns with your hour hand, and the rack falls in these teeth and tells the clock how many times to strike. So if the rack hits here, it'll strike 11, and if it hits here, it'll strike 12. Then if it falls way down in this one, it'll strike 1, and then 2, 3, 4, back around again. So this needs to turn, and what turns it is this, again, this wheel turns, and it turns the pinion that's down in here, which turns this one, which is hooked to that. And here's where your hour hand goes on here. So if your minute hand is turning and your hour hand is not, then there's a good chance that maybe this pin here broke, or this washer, or maybe this has play in it, or this has in play in it, where that pinion down here is not getting in here. So it should look like this, and you can do this without taking the back of your movement all apart. So check and see if this wheel is turning, and then this wheel is turning, and then your hour hand should turn. And if it's not, maybe you can look at it and see what's going on. It's possible that maybe a tooth got bent here, and it's stuck. You know, there might, underneath this thing might have a bent tooth. So you might have to take this off to find that tooth and bend it back, or I'm not sure exactly. But that's a place to start, and let us know how you do, so we'll be glad to help in any way we can.